Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jake here with another episode of On the Rise Music Podcast. Today, we are honored to have special guest and DJ duo, Lost Thoughts. Hey, I love the music, guys. How you been?
We're good. We're good. Obviously because of social distancing and quarantine and all that, we haven't really been in person together in a while. But we're both good. We stay in contact and all that. So
So you guys still collaborating and everything, coming out with new music and like email? Because it's done through emailing, right?
Yeah, we just send each other project files pretty much, huh?
Okay.
Like,
They're keeping
shoot each
busy.
other ideas and stuff.
Yeah, I
yeah.
feel that.
This and that. I mean, right now it's a very sensitive time with everything happening, so there hasn't really been releasing or anything like that happening. I literally just came from a protest that we hosted like 2 hours ago. So I've been pretty involved with that stuff. So it's,
Yeah, that's what's
right
up.
now the music isn't exactly the focus during all this, but we're still sending each other stuff
Yeah, that's
and
what's
trying
up.
to do what we can.
Hey, do your part, man. Like I totally support it. I'm totally with it. Now, from what I understand, you guys are from two different areas. One of you is from Seattle, the other's from San Francisco. So, how exactly did you guys like meet and like decide that you wanted to start Lost Thoughts?
I mean, I can
Yeah.
probably speak on this.
Yeah, go for it.
So I was at a Rush event for our school. Like we have like a fraternity Rush. I was rushing in the spring, and I kind of knew about Cadre before, like just through word of mouth. But I decided to talk to him about like music and stuff, and I guess that's where it really started. Um, and that was before I knew him that well. So yeah, we just talked about music for the first time.
Yeah. We just got into the topic, and then eventually Drew ended up getting a bid to the fraternity that I was already in. And after that, we kind of just, sorry, there's stuff going on in the background
No
right
worries,
now.
no worries.
But yeah, we basically just started hanging out and kind of just working on stuff together and showing each other stuff. And I think we were just working on this one song, and we just got really invested in it. And we like looked up at the clock, and it was like 7 hours had gone by or something crazy. And so we just had like really good workflow together. And I think after that, we just kind of decided to team up and go at it together, because I think Drew's definitely a little more talented, or he's been producing for a little longer than I have, and then I've been DJing longer than he has. So we kind of just bring both ends together and able to bring our own little flair to the group.
Yeah, it sounds like it flows perfectly. I mean, you have like you mentioned, you have the DJing end, so you understand like more so what gets a crowd going, and then you understand the production end, so you can understand like so you guys like mesh together and come up with great ideas and great songs. I mean, I've listened to the ones on Spotify, and I mean personally, I've gotten the Swedish House Mafia vibe, like Don't You Worry Child, like that type beat. I don't know if you guys were going for that, but I love that music growing up, and I mean it still bumps now, so whatever you guys are doing, you're doing it perfectly. So like when exactly did both of you guys like start working together?
I,
Spring 20.
yeah, spring of 2019
Yeah.
spring.
Oh, so fairly
So
recently then.
yeah, almost a year and a half now, I'd say, is when we first met. And then literally a couple months after that, we just started working together and just working on stuff.
Yeah, you guys have been, I mean, you guys are making plays. Like I know of the two songs you have on Spotify right now, one of them's got like 35K and the other one's got like I think 45K or 44K or something like that. So for the short time that you've been doing it, I mean, you guys are making something. You're making something out of it. So good for you guys. That's pretty big.
Yeah, I was like kind of surprised. I I didn't think they would get those kind of plays, honestly. We didn't really, we kind of just like posted in our stories, and all of our friends did the same. And I guess, I don't know, the way Spotify's algorithm works or something, it ended up on like, just like random playlists and this and that, and just picked up numbers. So it was really cool to see that. And everyone that I like, at least my friends and such, it's kind of funny how like, you know, some friends they like hear other like their friends' music and will just kind of support it because it's their friend.
Mm-hmm.
But multiple times it's happened where they'll listen to it and they'll be like, "Oh wait, this is like actually like it sounds like professional." Like I didn't think that, you know, I wouldn't have known that this is you guys. Kind of those kind of compliments, which is like I don't know. I guess accomplishing to know that at least what we're putting out is, you know, has professional quality sound, and you know, it's something that people want to listen to.
Now, because you guys have gotten like a good amount of plays on both songs, and you're starting. I mean, I've been listening to your most recent release, Never Before. I was pretty impressed. I was like, wow, this is pretty good. These guys are pretty small. Like, I don't understand like why they haven't broken through. But have you guys gotten any exposure, like, or any like big artists come out and like spoken to you guys, or is it just you're still trying to grind and get that attention?
Well, before we became a duo, I was spinning shows around the area in LA. Um, the biggest show I did was the Wiz Khalifa show that I
Oh,
opened
okay.
for him. Which is it's interesting because I was like a completely separate genre than
Mm-hmm.
what, you know, I'm doing right now. But I got that, and then Rich the Kid,
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mads. But those are just like spinning, and I didn't have any original music to back it at that point. Um, we've been talking to like this guy Spirix he's a smaller EDM artist, but definitely big. He's played like Snow Globe and such.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Another one is Cole Plante. Kind of talking to him through a friend of ours. Um, you know, he listens to our music and gives feedback through the mutual friend. So that's cool. He played like Palooza,
Oh, there
which
you
is
go.
also a big festival.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but other than that, it hasn't been, you know, yeah, we haven't really had the connections, I guess, to, you know, I guess push our music beyond uh, this circle, I guess. So, I mean, we're trying to, you know, meet people, and I'm trying to, you know, make connections and this and that. But right now it's just, well, it's tough, you know, obviously for
Yeah,
any
no, I
new
understand.
artist.
I mean, especially now more than ever. There's like it's harder to, because I know I was talking to another artist and he was saying that he had the opportunity to go to like a music fest this upcoming summer, and all that happened. He's like, I can't get that same exposure. Like he's like it sucks that it happened, but it happened, and you just have to kind of push through it. So yeah, I understand. Like it's pretty difficult to get your name out, especially if you were like slated for like a smaller or even just a music festival in general, and like you were coming on as like a smaller artist to get even that fan base to grow it a little bit more. So yeah, I understand. Like it is a tough time.
Yeah. Quarantine hasn't really helped either with all
Oh,
that, you know.
definitely not.
Like we were scheduled to open for Kurt Reynolds, who's like a smaller, I mean he's like an up and coming tech house guy, making waves in the SoCal scene. That got canceled, and other shows got canceled just because of the virus. So hopefully, you know, we can pick up momentum again once, you know, it's safe to do so.
Hmm. Yeah, I totally get it. Like when you guys were younger and you guys were like listening to, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys listened to a lot of like EDM and like just dubstep, whatever it may have been. Who was the artist that you first like realized you wanted to do this, or that you're like, wow, they're making me, they're pushing me, kind of like that inspired you essentially?
Um, I'm trying to think, because I'm probably newer to EDM than Cadre is. Um, I really only discovered like the genre and depth like my first year of college. Um,
Okay.
and funny enough, like as simple as it is, like Marshmallow's music,
Hmm.
kind of um, it kind of made me curious about production because it literally is so simple. Um, and I was like, if he can do it, like maybe I can learn a few things and like see what's up with this. So I think that's probably the first artist I started out with, like a major influence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, like, I first discovered EDM, I think, when I was like freshman like, yeah, or even earlier. I discovered the label Monster Cat, if you know,
No,
if you ever
I'm
heard
not,
of
not really
that.
familiar. No.
They're just like a very like, it's an EDM specific label.
Okay.
And like I think the first song I ever heard was from this artist like Tristan and Braken. It was like a long time ago. And then from there, that was like definitely like the more like when like the Skrillex type of music was kind of like starting to like become popular. I wouldn't call their music Skrillexy, but like, you know, that just kind of wave, I guess. And then eventually it kind of transitioned into more it's definitely I've definitely gone on a journey from like dubstep to, you know, future bass, melodic dubstep. Now it's more I'm into like progressive house, future house, that kind of stuff. And I definitely, but I listen to all genres. Avicii was probably like the first guy, as like cliche as that may sound, where I was like, you know, really following his work and stuff. Um, but now, like, what got me into producing, I'd say, is more like Martin Garrix. You know, I really dig everything he's doing, especially at such a young age. Just all that. So yeah.
Yeah. That's really interesting. What you said earlier, Drew, about how like the simplicity of everything kind of just inspired you to want to do it. I same exact way. Like I'm more into like fashion and like fashion production, so like coming out with stuff and designing stuff. I had the same exact thought process like you. Like I'm seeing all these designers do it. I'm seeing all these guys do like their own personal brands. And you're like, hey, like it came to a point this summer, like a couple weeks ago, where I was like seeing all these like bootleg Jordan 1s come out. And I was like, dude, if everyone's doing them, like what makes me think I can't do it? Like
No,
it's like
exactly.
because you literally can do whatever you want. Like as long as you put your mind to it and you're driven and motivated and you're willing to put in the time and the hours. And, I mean, hey, more power to you. As long as you trust yourself and like believe in yourself and push yourself, you can do it.
I think like a textbook example of that is like take the chain smokers for example. Like if you do something really simple like really well,
Exactly.
not to say that their music isn't like technically hard, but like their songs are pretty simple and you see the success they've had over the years.
Hmm.
It really doesn't take a whole lot to have a hit, you know. You just got to like have the right connections and kind of go about it the right way.
Oh,
But
definitely.
from a technical point of view, like I feel like if you put in the time, like you can learn like pretty much anything they do.
Hmm. I totally agree. And then like what you said, Cadre, correct? I
Yeah.
don't want to butcher your name. Okay, perfect. Like you said, like your music evolves, like your taste evolves as you grow up. So that's like I totally agree with that. You're only gonna with that you're able to like see and take different elements from each music genre that you listen to or that you had like a phase in more or less. I mean the way that you're making music, that you guys are making music, I can obviously see that you're drawing from a lot of different like different genres, different aspects of music, and it's pretty interesting. So whatever you guys are doing, I mean, fuck, keep on doing it. Um,
Appreciate it.
Now, was there ever a moment, or do you guys even face moments like this now, where you just are working together and you guys just aren't connecting, or you're just hitting like a roadblock, and it's just like both your ideas are kind of on the opposite end of each other, and you have to like take a break, or is there? You guys just flow completely, and every time you work, it's just pure gold.
Um, I think what definitely helps is there are certain BPMs or um like there's certain paces of a track that you can kind of preset your idea on. So like for example, house is usually around 128 or if not
Mhm.
like exactly on the dot. So I think that helps a lot with like if we have a clashing idea, it's more than likely not going to be too much different because like it's in like one like BPM if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, it's not too different when we have different ideas to be honest.
I also say like I don't like honestly I don't think we've ever had like a moment where, you know, our ideas were like completely like out of bounds or like completely drastic. Um, honestly, like usually like let's say like he'll like do something, he'll, I don't know, write out some chords or whatever, lay it out, and then maybe I'll like hop in and just like, oh wait, I think this will sound a little better if we do it like this. We kind of just like build off each other and just um, build on that and work and add different elements to the track and just kind of go about it together, but also, you know, just bringing our each like individual like style to it so that it's, you know, it's as good as it can be. And honestly, like he'll like say like, oh, we should do this instead after I do something, and it almost always it's like he's right, and vice versa. So it's worked out really well.
Yeah, I mean that's great. You guys have great chemistry together. I know I've heard the horror stories about just like my friends who worked with their friends, or like just music groups that work together, and it just comes a time where their ideas are just no longer in the same place. So that's great to hear that you guys are just building off of each other, and you guys are trusting each other. Because honestly, if like in a relationship in general, trust is what makes it work. So it's great to see between you guys, and I mean, again, your music is showing it. Like it's making numbers. It's like you guys are gonna go somewhere. So yeah, I mean, continue doing that. Whatever you're doing, you're doing it correctly. So, hats off to you. I'm gonna tip my hat to you guys. Is there like anything right now that you guys have like picked up? Because I know there's like, I mean, it's difficult to collaborate with people if like we're being honest. It's like there's something better when you're face to face and you can just sit there and you like if you have to show somebody, you can physically show them. So like, is there anything that like you guys are doing now to like take a little bit time off, like take a little bit of time off, so like pick up a new hobby or just like have you just stepped away from the music? Like you said, Kadre, that you were working with the you hosted a protest, you like organized a protest. Are you guys like still working heavily on music, or you like draw back a little bit for the summer, or?
Um, I think we're on a little bit of a hiatus right now. Like we're definitely still like thinking about it, but I think there are bigger things happening at the moment. And frankly, not that I mean, they are more important, but like it's still always in the back of my mind. I've been working on a little bit on my own, but I think like what Cadre is doing down there is great. And we kind of just are doing our own thing for the time being until we can, you know, meet up again in person.
Yeah. I mean, I'm currently helping run an organization down here that's, you know, very involved with everything happening. Um, but yeah, I mean, I try and, you know, work out and work on stuff here and there when I can, and just laying out different foundations for tracks, you know, whether it's literally just chord progression and top melody. If that is, you know, sometimes that's like all, you know, I can work on is just like laying out something simple. Um, but I mean, we're also sitting on a lot of different projects right now that we just haven't gone forward with yet and are waiting to do so until, you know, it's a better time and place to go about it. But yeah, I mean, right now the social distancing definitely makes it harder to get stuff done because our most productive points are definitely in person.
Oh, definitely. I totally agree with that. You mentioned that you were working with a group right now. Do you want to like go into it and describe it a little bit so our viewers and our fans can get more of an idea of it? And I mean, if there's any way we can help, I mean, just send us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Shout it out right now.
Yeah. So me and a couple of other people, we founded a group. It's a youth group called the OC Change Coalition. And so like there's multiple orgs in Seattle and other places, and we're all, you know, kind of like under, you know, one change coalition, I guess. And we're just, you know, posting information, hosting protests and planning them, leading them, and then, you know, taking donations and using that to, you know, supply protests and donate that to, you know, different orgs and here and there. I guess it's just like a central place that allows, you know, people who I guess aren't as up to date on everything can, you know, get that information from us. And yeah, I mean, we started it, I want to say less than a month ago.
Okay.
And it's growing really rapidly right now. We're basically gaining like 100 followers a day on our
Wow.
account right now. Yeah, it's
Okay.
growing crazy. So yeah, it's at the OC Change Coalition on Instagram.
All one.
For those that want to, yeah, all one
Okay.
word. For those that want to check it out. But yeah, it's really cool what we're doing, I think, and hopefully, this doesn't let up. So
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely link it in the post when we post it and everything. We'll put it in the video, bio
cool.
and everything. But yeah, dude, what you're doing is huge. I'm trying to do whatever I can, talk to people, push stuff, push information. But I mean, hey, you're on the front lines, you're organizing stuff, you're getting shit done. So, hats off to you, man. Like I appreciate
Of
it.
course. Yeah, and I think people can also, they need to. I mean, I hope people don't feel like they have to be, like if you are not able to, make it
Hmm.
out on the front lines or like, that's fine. Like, not everyone is capable of doing so. But doing what you can, where you can, I think it's really important that people educate themselves and are donating and signing petitions and talking about it because just posting like a black tile isn't going to make change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, that's like a great first step, I guess. But going and being active in those other aspects, not just protesting, but,
Hmm.
all that.
I agree. I agree 100%. Yeah, I've talked to people about it. Like, even if it's like, you can start as simple as your parents, like just start a conversation with them, just bring it up with them. Like, even if they may not like, just be like, hey, we just got to talk about this because it's going on right now. Like, why are we going to ignore it if it's happening right in front of our eyes? So, yeah, man,
100%.
all power to you, bro. I appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now I understand both you guys go to Chapman. So what's it like? Do you guys also do you DJ parties, like frat parties and sorority events or whatever school events? Or is it mainly like to your house or do you like how does that work exactly?
I mean, I definitely, so I when I started DJing, that's like, it's funny as it is, that's like the reason I learned to DJ initially
Okay.
was because I wanted to like just DJ at parties.
Hey, I mean it's a valid
um,
reason.
yeah, no, but it's like a starting place.
Exactly.
And then I got like to be, comfortable. And then I just eventually just started getting booking for stuff. But yeah, I mean, at Chapman, we're doing, events here and there. But for the most part, we want to try and break out of, I guess, Chapman, that kind of like
Yeah, you want to
bubble.
branch out.
Yeah, we want to be, recognized outside of the Chapman community. And I mean, worldwide is the end goal, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, we're trying to focus more on stuff outside of Chapman, um, and doing, shows and stuff outside of that. But I mean, if there's a Chapman event or something like we get asked to, play or whatever, we're not opposed. So
Hmm. Do you guys have like a big following on campus? Because I have a friend who's like an artist. I mean, he's not that big, but he still has enough people. He still has enough of a following. People come to him like, "Oh man, yo, I listen to your music." Blah blah. Like just walking to class. So do you guys have that? And like, how does that feel? Like, is that kind of crazy?
I definitely had it where like I've like been at like a pregame or something and I hear like my song on a playlist or and like some people like I'll meet them for the first time and they'll be like, "Oh, like I heard your song or one of your songs, like it's really good, like I really like it, this and that." And so like yeah, it's, I don't know, it's interesting that like people I've never met um are just like listening to it and recognize like that, or they connect that music to like me and Drew. So I don't know, I think that's pretty cool.
I don't know. I've
But
heard people in class like my professors talk about it. In at the film school. Like it caught me so off guard because like I didn't know people were talking about it that much. Um, but yeah, I guess people are in tune like to what's going on, so it's kind of cool.
So like looking towards the future, what are like some top 5 collabs that you guys are like hoping for, or you're gonna like try to push within the coming years?
Mm.
um
or are you just like open to whoever wants to come and collab with you that you like you'll listen to and then
Oh
you'll be like, oh, like
yeah,
this
I mean,
works?
I'll see like someone like singing on Instagram who's like maybe not like super big, but I really like their voice, and I'll like save, like, you know, you can like save
Yeah, save the
pictures and
videos.
videos. I'll like save their video and like maybe like if I'm if I want to, like, you know, if we're looking for a voice, maybe I'll just DM them or something. I have that like just like those like videos saved for future reference. But yeah, honestly, anyone who's like, we like their sound, we're willing to work with and do something creative with. So let me think. Like, I mean, the last song that came out, we like it was, so we like found her singing on Instagram, and so we recorded with her, and it was honestly, like, she'll even tell you it was an awful recording session. Like, it went so poorly. But then later in the week or something, I was introduced to a person who was like, who's also like very musically talented and is making very big waves in the area. But he advocated and vouched for her, saying like, oh, like, you, like, she's really like, her voice is incredible. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you guys have to.
I think your mic just cut out.
Did his AirPod die or something?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Can
Yeah, we can't.
I hear? Well.
Wow, this is a first.
And
It's
his
all
AirPod
good.
probably died or
Yeah, it
something.
probably did. So we'll just, I mean, I'll just ask you, is there anybody that you're looking for, Drew, that you want to work with, that you're hoping to work with? Like, it doesn't have to be
Um,
anyone like what Kadri was saying, how you find someone on Instagram, but I mean, it could be anybody, like any artist, like any DJ, whoever. Like, is there anyone in particular that you're looking for?
I don't think at the moment, just because of our position right now, as an artist.
Mm,
I think we're just looking to branch out as much as possible. Um, and I guess, yeah, we can't, at this stage, we can't be too picky. If we like their sound, of course, we're gonna collaborate with them or try and do something with them, but no one in particular comes to mind.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's great to have an open mind. I mean, what you and Kadri are doing, like what Kadri just said, like finding people on Instagram, that's huge. I mean, you're giving people an opportunity that didn't have that, like that exposure and that opportunity before. And I mean, you got to help people out, like, especially as you're a smaller artist. Like my mentality with like designing and everything is you're better in numbers, you're stronger in numbers. So if you can get like a collective of just creatives, like, I mean, like you guys are doing, you're getting singers and you guys are producers. So you guys are like pushing each other kind of and giving each other that extra step to break through and to just showcase your talents a little bit more. Like, that's great. Like what you guys are doing is great. Like I liked how it was smaller names, and I thought that was interesting. Like, you can find good talent, but you don't have to look that hard. Like sometimes it's just right on your nose, and you just got to accept it, and you just got to take that leap and just give those people a listen. So yeah, what you guys are doing is pretty neat, and obviously it's pretty interesting too, to be completely honest.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, we got you back. All right, perfect. You want to finish off what you were saying before you cut out? I think you mentioned that you were talking to someone from the area that was vouching for her, or the last.
Oh, did it cut out
Yeah,
after?
it cut out like right as you were beginning to describe like what happened.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad.
No
Um,
worries, no worries.
yeah, well, basically, I met someone who like was just very, very strongly, was a big advocate for her, and she had never like put out a song or anything before. Um, but yeah, we like just re-recorded later down the line, and then it turned out really well, and that was literally the last song we just put out. It all came together perfectly.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, like I stated earlier, I find it really interesting that you guys are just doing just finding small artists and putting it up, because like as I stated earlier too, it's stronger numbers. You guys work together, you can push each other, and with that, I mean, you end up like you guys did. You end up with a hit. So congratulations. I could sit here and chop it up with you guys all day. Let's be real. But you guys probably got some stuff to do. You probably got to go organize another protest, get ready for some stuff. But I guess I want to ask you one last question, and that would be for both of you. What advice would you give other like smaller DJs and other like smaller artists in order for them to maybe not lose track or to just like just to keep doing what they're doing? Like what would you tell like an artist that is just starting out now?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah. I'm just trying to form a thought really quick because I'm trying to think of when I first started what the most encouraging things I came across were. And I think it comes down to like two things, like the power of the internet. Actually, the internet encompasses both the things I want to talk about because one, you can spread pretty much any idea or project um, to like a lot of different people who want to listen. And I think that's encouraging because like you have all these bedroom producers who like will blow up on a certain song. And nowadays it's not, it is about connections, but it also like a nobody in their bedroom can make a song and just it could blow up completely. So that's encouraging. And then also I would just suggest like spending a lot of your time like learning small details. Also on the internet, there's a ton of resources out there. Um, there's a lot of like remix contests you can get your name out. And just participating in those gives you a lot of like faith in yourself, especially if they do well. So yeah.
Something I want to add to that is like, I think one of the most important things is just like persistency. Like everyone who starts, it's gonna sound like it's not gonna sound good. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like one of the biggest like humps you have to get over is like just like you have to like stick with it for like about a year at least of just like knowing whatever you're gonna like make is just not gonna be like that good. But honestly, the internet is the best tool. There are, you know, so many videos out there that teach you everything. You can literally find anything you need to on the internet about this stuff and learn. And I think it's just keeping with it and sticking at it is because one day you're gonna have like that like breakthrough where it's that song that or you're gonna have a breakthrough and that breakthrough still isn't gonna be good enough. But like at least it's, you know, it's like it's just I don't know. I can't even explain it really. Other than you just have a breakthrough where you're like you're starting to now you start to like really understand and you're starting to figure it out, and then you're able to, you know, from there build up your sound and different, you know, learning different tips and tricks and techniques. And so yeah, I think same with the DJing too. Just the persistency is the most important part.
Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. You guys covered that perfectly. Again, thank you for the wonderful interview. We appreciate you taking some time out of your day, especially you, Kadre. We know you're busy. You know you're a busy man. Thank you again for what you're doing for the culture. Any artists, any DJs you guys are seeing right now that you wanna give a shout out to, like the last couple of minutes of or last statement before we close out? Or just listen to Lost Thoughts. I mean, it's a shout out too.
Listen to, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if you want like some artists that I'm really into right now are like Mesto, Brooks, Mike Williams, that whole like future bounce scene is really dope. So I don't know. If you want to listen to what I listen to, go check out those guys. There's obviously more, but that's just like some of them. Yeah, I don't know. And check out LostThoughts too.
All right. Yep. There you have it. Here's an interview with Lost Thoughts. Hey guys, we appreciate you. Follow them on Instagram. That's LostThoughts_music. And don't forget to like and subscribe to On the Rise Music Podcast. Thank you for watching. Peace.